Oh, getting over someone that no longer wants to be with you is one of the most toughest things in this life. And if you're young and haven't experienced it yet, I do not wish this upon you. But if you're going through it, I may have some tips later in the video. And look, to be honest, with this type of thing, prevention is better than cure. I'm a channel talking about spirituality, first and foremost. So let's start with prevention from a spiritual point of view and then get into the cure later, which isn't very pleasant anyway. But let's get through it. One of the great things I learnt reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, so many great things you can learn. Spirituality is so beautiful, helps you through so many tough times. But one quote I remember was, and I'm paraphrasing, only lovers of God are fit to be in this world. Something like that. Now, you don't have to be into the teachings of God. This can apply to non-duality too. But basically, I was so confused. What does this mean? And then it finally clicked. You'll be able to move through this reality so much more smoothly when your happiness isn't anchored in it, when your attention isn't anchored in it, when your thoughts aren't attached to it and anchored in it. This is what Sri Ramakrishna was saying. When your mind is anchored in God, when your mind is anchored in, just say non-duality, in truth, oneness, in Brahman, when it's attached to that, something higher, you can freely move around this world with no attachment. Yes, you meet people, get into relationships. Yes, you try to achieve things in the world that may work, may not. But you have this free-flowing feeling of reality. You also develop a lot of confidence, calmness. Ironically, attaching your mind on God or on Brahman, on oneness, ironically, I feel will make you succeed in this life. Because it's like that old saying, whatever you chase runs. You know, when they say stop chasing and you'll get what you want, this is the kind of effect it has. When you anchor your happiness in the world, in people, they seem to run from you, slip through your fingers. When you give up and say, I don't need happiness from this world, my happiness is anchored in something higher, ironically, things come because you're more relaxed, confident, not fearful. So I just thought I'd put that out there as a preventative measure, a long-term measure for not experiencing this again and for not experiencing so many failures and issues with life. This reminds me of the example of just saying immigrants. You know those immigrants that come from a poor country, come to a rich country like Australia, America, England, and they work really hard. They'll do any job, work long hours. Why is that? Because if their mind was anchored in the job, so much stress, so much boredom, irritation. But where is their mind anchored? Their poor family in the other country. They're just there to work, do whatever it takes to send money back. As opposed to us in the West, we have it so easy. We don't want to do boring jobs, long hours. Why? Because we're doing it for our own happiness. And this is what I'm saying. When your mind is anchored in something greater, you can develop close friendships, close relationships, but not be attached to them ultimately, because your happiness is attached to something greater. And look, this is what I'm saying. This is why we go through so much stress and negative feelings when people don't want to be with us, because we've attached all our happiness in this person. Everything about this reality is obviously changing. We're investing our happiness in something or someone that is changing. And look, what does this all ultimately come down to? What is this reality really? This reality is a dream of language. It is a dream of thinking. You aren't really attached to this person. You know what you're attached to? Your thoughts about this person. The more you think about this person, the more time you spend with them, your thinking attention grows into the thoughts of this person. We're attached to our thoughts. Have you seen that movie Castaway? We can get attached to anything. Tom Hanks in Castaway is on a deserted island. He finds this ball, Wilson. It's called Wilson because that's the brand, Wilson. He draws a face on it, makes this ball his friend. He talks to it. You know, he's attached to the ball. He's thinking about the ball. When he finally makes a raft and escapes the island, Wilson accidentally floats off the raft. He floats away. Tom Hanks is in a panic. He swims after Wilson, but the current takes Wilson away. Why am I saying this? Because, again, he was attached to Wilson. It's just a ball. And why did this happen? He's attached to his thinking. He's thinking about Wilson. You can even try this. Go outside and pick up any random rock. Just a rock. It's just a rock, isn't it? Take it with you. Put it in your pocket. Take it everywhere you go. Talk to the rock. Put it on your desk, at school, at work. You're going to get attached to this rock. You're also going to get a lot of weird looks from your co-workers or peers at school. They're going to be like, why is Simon talking to the rock? Weirdo. I know you're not really going to do this example, but I'm just trying to prove a point. We can get attached to anyone and anything. Why? Because it is our thinking. What we put thought into, what we put attention into, makes attachment grow. And this, again, is why I'm saying, if you want to stop all this happening to begin with, you need to start doing spiritual practice, anchoring your happiness, attention in something greater. Then you can freely move around this world, like Sri Ramakrishna said. Only lovers of God are free to live in this world. Now, look, you might be saying, oh, cool, thanks. That's great, but I'm going through things now. I am upset now. They don't want to be with me. What did I just say about thinking? We're attached to our thoughts about this person. There is no easy way to say or do this. I'm probably not going to say anything you haven't already heard. You need to stop thinking about them. And how would you do that? Well, look, I know you can't just tell yourself to stop thinking, but here's things you're probably doing that keep the thoughts going. You keep looking at text messages they sent you. You keep stalking their social media. You keep thinking, oh, maybe we can just be friends. I'll just text them and say, look, can we just be friends? We don't have to be in a relationship. All this is not going to help you. All this is generating more thoughts. They don't want to be with you. This is why you're not together. I'm sorry. This is life, especially if you're young. When you're our age, middle age or older, we've been through this. We know. And like I said, I don't want you to make the same mistake. Anchor your happiness in something greater than this world. But again, stop reinforcing habits and patterns that make you think about this person. Social media is a big one. Checking, what are they doing? Who's that person with them now? Irritation of the mind. You need to distract yourself. Are you exercising currently? If you're not, get into exercise. Have you put off doing some hobby or interest because of this person? You're spending so much time with this person, or you were. You've neglected your own hobbies and interests. Go out and learn things. Become interested in things. Become interested in life. Become interested in spirituality. I'm being biased, of course, but these teachings are so fulfilling. These teachings will give you so much strength and inner peace and calm that when your attention's away from the person and into something like spirituality or your fitness or learning a new skill, what's that saying from dating? If you can't get over someone, get under someone else. Now, look, you can do that too, but I don't recommend that because you're going to use this second person you're getting under as just an escape from that person. And it's not fair on this new person if they start developing feelings for you, isn't it? So look, all I'm basically saying is you're struggling to get over this person. It sucks, doesn't it? I get it. But time heals all wounds. Time adjusts our thinking. We're attached to our thinking about this person. So get out of this habit of thinking and slowly your thoughts will change in time. And take this as a big lesson. If you've been through this once or, God forbid, twice, come on, stop doing this to yourself. For the next person you're going to get close to, remember this. Don't get so attached. This person isn't your source of happiness. It's good to have people in your life, but don't anchor your happiness in them. This is the whole point of spirituality, by the way, to end suffering. Where is suffering, by the way? In thinking. We can't avoid pain in the body. We experience pain, animals experience pain, but we can avoid suffering. Thinking about our pain, our problems. I'm in a perfectly calm room, but I could conjure up negative thoughts right now and feel like crap, even though the surroundings are perfectly calm. And you can do the same. But I'm trying to say to you, don't do that. Get your way out of this slowly through spirituality, if you want to go down that path. As always, guys, I hope this video helped you in some way, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves, okay? See ya.